welcome back to another video in the series. This is number 2, obviously, in the lead up to Sunshine Coast 70.3. And on the back of the last video, which if you haven't seen, go back and watch, because this probably won't make any sense if you haven't watched it. But yeah, on the back of the last video where everything was sailing in the right direction, a bit more doom and gloom in this one. Had a little bit of a setback with an injury and a little bit of a TT bike mishap. So yeah, as I said, after the swim race that went well a few weeks ago, I had another really good week of swimming. After that, which was going really well, I swam about 20k that week, split between about 5 swims. So on the Friday, we did a test set, which me and my coach have been doing a couple of times just to keep on top of the progress, which is, if you did want to know, 1000s, the best pace off about 30-second rest, 1000 paddle and pull buoy, so really big strength set, and then another 1000s. And the aim of the game there is to try and get as close as you can to the first set of 100s, so a bit of pacing and yeah, really good test set. But yeah, that went really well. Got about 5 or 6 seconds off each 100 average since the last time I did it. Probably coming in about 130 on the first set, and then 133 to 135 on the last set. Anyway, that went okay. Had a nice recovery swim the next day, and this is where it all went wrong. As expected, my arms probably weren't in a great place considering that set the next day, but I thought it's just a recovery swim. I'll go and get through it. I might probably feel better for it with the recovery. Probably feel like the muscles have loosened off a little bit, which it did in the first couple of sets. But the last set, I think it was 3 times 600 at zone 2, really easy pace. Technique started to break down, so I kind of split it in between 2. Didn't think anything of it. Didn't have any kind of pain or anything at this point. Didn't really have any indication that I'd done something until the following morning, where I kind of woke up. I was like a toothache in the back of the shoulder, so that's never good. Went to the pool on the Tuesday, so a couple of days recovery. The ache had probably gone at this point. I hadn't tested it too much. Got back in the water, probably did about 50 metres, and had to go home after that. So yeah, it didn't go well. It was initially, it was the catch position that put me in a lot of pain. So that kind of internal rotation of the shoulder. The worst thing about that day is I'd left my phone in the car and I got dropped off. So I had to do the walk of shame home, about 30 minutes from the pool, which is which is quite funny. A double low. Had to raw dog the way home. No music, no phone, no nothing. In the dark. After a pretty sad and sorry set. Took to messaging my coach and agreed to take the rest of the week off. So it's now Saturday of the following week. So probably been about a week since I swam properly. The good thing about obviously doing what I do, I'm a physio, so hopefully I'm in a good place to put things right. So yeah, I bought some bands over the week and just got to work with some exercises to try and figure out which sort of muscles it is. Woke up the next day after a couple of bands, no pain. But what I did notice is something pretty weird going on with my right shoulder blade, and I think it's in a really difficult place to diagnose an injury as well. It's a lot of muscles, a lot of structures around the shoulder of where it is, like the back of the shoulder. A few muscles that work together in that swimming pattern that it could be. But I've come to the conclusion that it's one of two things. One being the serratus anterior, which is a muscle that draws your shoulder blade forward. Think of swimming, it's used mainly at the end of the extension of your leading arm to kind of get that extra reach on the stroke. A little bit of rest initially, you get on some rehab and a slow return to swimming. So as a result of this lack of swim training, we've juggled things around and added a few bits more of running than bike on a group ride tomorrow with a few guys I met on Facebook Marketplace through a sale. Actually, they're going on a TT group ride, and I'm coming on my road bike, so that should be fun. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna call it a night and get ready for the ride tomorrow. Good morning. Heading off to the group ride this morning. Currently 6:30, so I don't think I've ever been on a ride that early in the UK, but it is what it is. But yeah, just heading to meet him now and getting myself ready to be put in the bin, basically. I'll be alright. Yeah, I'll be alright. Yeah, didn't manage to get much recording done yesterday after the session. Day just got away from me, but did an easy run in the evening. Ran to a nice sunset spot and watched a bit of sunset just down here at the track after yesterday's session. Getting towed around by some TT bikes. It was quite a windy day. It was still, pace was still quite high. Did a couple of turns on the front. But yeah, it was good. Decent ride. As I said, it's Sunday now, so I'm just at the track. Kind of made it a staple of the week. Doing a bit of Sunday faster running. But yeah, last time I came down, there was some kangaroos just watching us on the hill over there. Yeah, today's session is 6 times 3 minutes. Trying to hit around 3:20 and then descending throughout the reps, so getting a bit quicker. But yeah, it's a nice addition, nice faster running, leading to the half marathon in 4 weeks' time. Good weekend overall. I think I've hit around 17 hours for the week, and obviously I haven't swam this week, so been a pretty bit of a high load. Hopefully I can get swimming in the next sort of week. It's getting a lot better, so day by day, so hopefully I can get back in the pool and continue the progress. But yeah, got the shoes lined up, got some carbons. Don't think I'll use those today, maybe on the last couple of reps to give me an extra confidence boost. So back at the apartment now after the track session. Yeah, now I can kind of explain what I was getting to at the start of the video with the TT bike mishap. So I'm calm now, but I was absolutely shitting myself when it first happened. But yeah, here it is. Basically, we've got the turbo bike and the road bike. I haven't been out on the TT on the road in Australia yet, and there's a very good reason for that. That the seat post is fucked. And what I mean by that is the thread that keeps the seat post in has come out of the frame, so that's never good. But yeah, I've not been riding it outside, I've just been keeping it on the turbo, as if I go outside on it, it sometimes slips. So yeah, just because of the safety factor, and I don't want to keep having to adjust it every time. But yeah, when it first happened, I was shitting myself because obviously it's a TT bike, quite expensive bike, and it's probably through my own judgment that I've probably done this. Just because of the way it is, I've probably tightened the thread a little bit too much and it's come out. So great. So I got a carbon repair at the time. I thought I'm not going to replace the frame because it's just going to cost too much money, and yeah, so I tried a carbon repair. It was relatively cheap. The guy didn't really offer me a warranty on it because he'd done a few of these before, and said, you know, 50-50 in terms of holding up in the long term. So I'm not going to offer you a warranty, which is fair enough. I thought it might be worth just trying it this way first, and it held up for around a week. The second form of trying to do something about it, I think, was going to the Trek store and kind of explaining the situation, explaining what I've tried, what I've done, and they were fucking awesome about it, actually. And they've agreed to replace the frame as it's still under warranty. So the moral of the story is, always keep your receipts. I was first offered a brand new frame because they couldn't initially find one of the older model frames, which, yeah, it was a tough decision actually. They kind of offered, do you want the new frame? However, it was just a frame. I'd have to buy all the new parts and kind of sell my old parts, which is, again, a bit of a hassle to do. Again, it's a disc brake, the new version, and mine's a rim brake, so I'd have to get new wheels, new everything basically. So I did kind of ponder on that for a while. It'd be interesting to see what you would have done. But yeah, leave a comment which you'd have taken. But I took the old frame just because I didn't want to have to set a new bike up. I kind of had a bit of a problem, taking a while building this bike, so yeah, I went for the older frame. Didn't want to do another bike fit and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I regret that decision. But yeah, there's the other thing that played into that is I wouldn't have to spend any money on getting the older frame warranty, which is good because then I can upgrade some bits on the current setup. I've invested in some dual-sided power meter pedals. I've invested in a new aero helmet and things that'll generally make me go faster, I think. Whereas a new frame, a new bike, there's only so much you can get out of those things, I think. And my older rim brake bike is pretty good aerodynamically, so I think it'd be silly of me to spend all that money and yeah, not really get any faster, just a newer bike, and I didn't really need one. I've also bought a new cockpit as well, hopefully make me a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, I'm just itching to get back out there on the TT now. Obviously a couple of months out from the 70.3 Sunshine Coast, so hopefully within the next month I can get it off the turbo and get it out on the open roads, because the weather's been unreal the last 2 weeks. I've been smashing out all the rides outdoors, and it's supposedly winter here, so yeah, it's been good. But yeah, the moral of that story is to always keep your receipts handy, because I wouldn't have got what I got if I didn't have any of the receipts. So yeah, thanks Trek. That is all for this update and video. Hopefully the next one will be an actual race and not me just moaning for 10-15 minutes straight. But yeah, the next one will hopefully be
in maybe a couple of weeks' time on maybe like a prep session for the half marathon. Maybe get out on the track again, but do some more filming. And then hopefully it'll be a race week, a video for the actual race on the 3rd of August for the half marathon. So yeah, I'll see you then.